Alright, so time travel in Stranger Things 5. That really sounds strange, isn't it? But let me tell you, we recently heard a rumor about the possibility of multiple time jumps in season 5. Now, when you hear the word time jumps, immediately your mind goes to time travel. And time travel is such a sketchy thing to attempt in cinema. Like, it really depends majorly upon three questions which we'll discuss in this video. The first question is how you are going to achieve time travel. The second question is, what are the rules of time travel? Like, when you're attempting to do time travel, you can literally do anything. But those things that you do should align within the rules that you set in for time travel in your own world. That is very important. But the third question is, what are you going to change when you do time travel? And this actually depends upon the rules that drives your actions of what you are going to change. And in this video, we'll be discussing about all of these questions in the context of Stranger Things 5. But at the end of this video, I'll be discussing about my theory, like how this whole time travel thing could be achieved. But it's not actually a time travel-ish theory, but it's actually a theory which really aligns very closely with the rumor that we heard, the rumor of multiple time jumps. But before we start, let me tell you, the whole rumor about multiple time jumps, this rumor could absolutely turn out to be completely false. Yes, you heard that right. Completely false. But we'll do what we do as fans. Like, whatever we hear about anything related to Stranger Things, we just try to jump in and just try to express our theories, just express our mind of what possible outcomes could come out of a certain rumor. So let's do that and let's start. First, we'll try to answer the number one question. The question is how you are going to achieve time travel. Now, in the context of Stranger Things, the one weird thing that the entire Stranger Things, the world of Stranger Things revolve around is nothing but the Upside Down. And we do know that the Upside Down is actually struck in the year 1983. Specific date, 6th of November 1983. It was the day when the gate was actually opened by Eleven in the first season accidentally from the Hawkins lab when the mother gate was opened, and the same exact day Will Byers also went missing. Now, that is a very crucial day in the entire world of Stranger Things. But the real question is how are you going to do that? The first thing that I said is about by the use of the Upside Down. But it's quite weird, right? Like, how Upside Down could be used to time travel? Let me tell you again, we do not know everything about the Upside Down. I have actually made a video on the entire theory of Upside Down. You can check that video out here. It's an entire explanation of the Upside Down. But in that video, I've also mentioned this. Like, till this date, even after 4 seasons out of 5 seasons of Stranger Things, we still do not have definitive information about what the Upside Down actually is. And the Duffer Brothers, who are the creators of Stranger Things, have also said that they do have a couple of things up their sleeves that they're going to reveal in the 5th season. And if this element of time travel is really going to play a major part in this season, then definitely the Upside Down has to be a major part of it. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I do think if there's going to be time travel, then Upside Down has to do something about it. But the second way that they can attempt time travel is by using the mind of Eleven. Like, Eleven's psychic abilities could really open the doors for time travel. Again, I don't know how, but that little girl, when she was little, had so much power in her that she actually created a doorway to a different dimension, to an alternate dimension, not once but twice. Like, twice she opened the gate. So her mind has actually unprecedented powers that we don't even know how powerful she is. So she really can attempt time travel by just with her mind. And to actually magnify her powers, we actually have the entire radio station in this season. Like, literally, we have the whole radio station which could be used to amplify the powers of Eleven, which could aid into this attempt of time travel. Number three is again using the powers of Eleven, but not actually time traveling, but actually accessing the memories of certain characters throughout different seasons. Now, I won't be explaining on this because I will do the explaining of this little part at the end of this video, but this part is very important and very crucial according to me, like accessing the memories of other characters. We'll talk about this later in this video. But one thing is clear, that one thing that they are not going to attempt in this season about time travel is by the use of building a machine. Like, that's the one thing that they'll definitely not do. Like, this is one thing that I can really vouch for that they won't do. They won't build a time machine. Now, let's talk about the second question. What are the time travel rules? Now, basically, there are only two things that we can discuss in this. Number one is, when you go back in time, does it create an alternate reality? Like, if you go back in time and you change certain thing, will that create an alternate reality, or will it affect the same reality that you are present in? Let me recap. once you go back in time and if you change certain thing, will that thing create an alternate reality which is not your own reality, or will that change in the past will actually affect your own reality and it will definitely change your present or future? Now let's talk about the third question. What they will change once they learn how to travel through time. And as I said earlier, it will all depend upon the rules that you set in. But still, there are some very prominent events or very prominent characters who actually affected the entire upside down thing. For example, they can go back in time in the year 1983 when 11 accidentally opened the mother gate, or they can even go back in time in the year 1979 when 11 sent Vecna into the upside down, or they can even go before that and just kill Vecna when he was a kid, or they can even go before that and just wipe out the existence of Dr. Brenner, because Dr. Brenner was the one who actually tried to tinker with the powers of Vecna and then all the shenanigans happened. But yeah, these are the 4-5 things which are very crucial to the entire timeline of Stranger Things, so they could attempt to change one of these things. Now let's talk about my theory about how this multiple time jumps rumor could be justified. Now as you might remember in the first question, while answering the first question, I said that 11 could be using her psychic abilities to go and access the memories of certain characters in different timelines. Now let me explain about that. For example, now we are in season 5 and now the mission of our characters is not to time travel but to learn more about the upside down without going into the upside down, or to learn more about the events that has happened throughout the 4 seasons which are very critical to understanding the upside down or to understanding the pattern of Vecna or to understand Vecna in general. So throughout the 4 seasons we have had such critical moments which actually defines the existence of upside down or just gives out a lot of information about the upside down. Like for example, in the first season we knew whenever there is a gate it actually tinkers with the compass's natural north pole. In the second season we learned that how the entire upside down was actually bleeding into the pumpkin fans, and in the third season we learned about how if the gate is open Vecna can actually control people who are in the real world, and this was even more prominently highlighted in the fourth season. Like in every season we have learned something about the upside down, and this could be the main aim of our characters in season 5, like one of the main aims to defeating Vecna. Like they are not going to travel back in time, but 11 with the help of her psychic powers will actually first go into Dustin's mind or then go into any character's mind and just try to access the memories in different points in time. That is not essentially time travel, but it does qualify into time jumps. Like we are literally going into different times but not traveling into times. Like it qualifies as time jumps. So the basic aim of this every accessing of memory thing will be to learn more about the upside down and to learn more about Vecna, which can help them to defeat Vecna in the end. Now that's all that I want to talk about in this video, but please, I want to keep this a two-way interaction because I don't know that if anything that I've talked about even makes sense or not. So please, the comment section is yours. Please go down in the comment section and just talk about whatever you feel about this theory, or just try to put in your inputs about this whole time travel thing or this whole multiple time jumps thing. And I highly recommend you to check out these two playlists, so do that. And as always, thank you so much for watching.